Okay. Ooh, wow, there are quite a lot of us. This is very, very exciting. Hello, good evening, everybody. It is so good to have all of you here. There you go. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our MyThermomix Get to Know Your Kitchen Helper. It is actually kita punya product training for our advisors of Diva Romas, Uno, and Cook and Share. So welcome everybody to yet another collaboration by the three branches that we have in Thermomix. We are definitely better together. And today we are going to do a learning nugget. We're going to do a quick learning nugget, about 30 minutes, focusing on our mixing bowl and the 3 fast modes. So tonight, I'm not going to be doing it alone. We're going to have Daphne from Diva Romas, or Pon, and she will be the one demoing the everything that we're going to do together tonight. All right. So if you have any questions, you can park it inside the chat. But just to let you know, we are not going to do a full product training, just learning nuggets, about 30 minutes or so. We're testing this out. And in the future, we might be opening this up to our customers. So let's try it out. For MDPs, young new members, you guys then can definitely use this attendance as part of your upskill and reward. So make sure you let your advisors, your team managers know that you've attended, okay? So we've already watched videos of Mak Buyong. So I hope you guys know that you can actually refer to that video on how to do a guided unboxing with your customers. So imagine kalau your customers tak ada kalau you sendiri need to refresh on how to do unboxing, that's the video you can watch, okay? So my Thermomix, I'm pretty sure you guys love your Thermomix. It prepares flavorful meals, create delightful moments between customers, friends, advisors, and then we have all of these experiences that we'll always share and never forget. So tonight, again, we're going to focus on base unit as part of product. Right, the product itself, and then we're going to learn about the modes. We're not going to touch cookie dough tonight. And at the end, I'm also going to give you guys a quiz. Siapa tahu Pija either ada homework atau ada quiz. So you can blame my mother for that because she's a lecturer. Okay. Just before that, just rename yourself, remain on mute until we go into Q&A, and just enjoy the class. Class and not the show. A quick reminder, because all of us here at Advisors, if you haven't joined the communication platform that we have, please do join the Facebook group as well as the Thermomix community WhatsApp chat. Okay, so get a quick scan ataupun you ask back inside your branch groups. I'm pretty sure somebody will share. And information, this is our promotion for this particular month or period. All right, amazing Feast of Prosperity. Make sure you're up to date with the promotion. And of course, do not forget that you all can come to our demo this particular Saturday. That's going to be done by Ezrin. It's going to be led by Ezrin. As I'm just going to make you co-host to help me out with muting, etc. Okay? Okay. And before we even start, I just want you guys to continually cook with the Thermomix. And if you do not know what to cook, and as new advisors, the best way to start to master is our demo menu ABC. You know, the signature lemonade, the limau kasturi asam boy. You saw pizza Bianca. I think Kak Munira from Uno was making it since she saw it last weekend. The 3-layer cooking. So all of those menus are inside the recipe booklet. Ask in your team where you can download it if you don't have it yet. Okay, I want to do a sensing quiz. So you guys put it in the chat. Okay, we're going to do 3 sensing quiz. Put in the chat. I want to know, what is the speed range of our motor? 40 RPM to 10,700 or 37 RPM to 10,500. You boleh nak tiru jawapan orang lain ataupun, you know, you can do your own. RPM means revolution per minute, iaitu pusingan dalam masa 1 minit. Okay, I'm just going to give 5 more seconds. I want to see at least 30 chats inside because we have 72 people. All right. So, are you sure? Is it because my name starts with A, Afiza, you guys nak bodek? Okay, wonderful. In fact, it is a 40 revolution per minute to 10,700 RPM. We'll see that in motion sekejap lagi. Question number two, what is the maximum capacity of our mixing bowl? Okay, ada tiga, A, B or C. Kau isilah penuh-penuh sampai the rim of the bowl. Berani kau? Okay, so that's not the answer. 2 liters or 2.2 liters. Okay, A, B or C. I nak tengok siapa jawab A. Nak piat linga dia. Alright, A, B or C. I'll give you 5 more seconds. Alright. I want you to remember your answers and then boleh cermin diri sendiri lah. No worries. And I don't mean that in any bad disregard. So the right answer is 2.2 liters. Yeah, 2.2 liters. That's the maximum capacity. So last one. Can turbo mode be used at all time? Yes or no? You see, I didn't put I don't know here. So it's either yes or no. A or B. Mana-mana lah, whichever you want to answer. Can turbo mode be used all the time? Yes or no? Maya, can turbo mode used all the time? You don't know? All right, so the answer is in fact, jalan lah. No, it cannot be used all the time. So we'll go into details sekejap lagi. All right, guys, girls as well, please download the training booklet, but please do note this is only for advisors. You can scan and pass you the link. It has all the information about the product, the modes. But of course, when you come into training, when you use the Thermomix more, you'll learn on how to use your Thermomix better. I macam ada accent tonight. Okay. Okay. So we're going to discover our Thermomix in the series of our product training. We're going to discover all of our parts and accessories that you can see here. Mixing bowl, patutnya animation dia cantik lah sikit. Okay, simming basket, the lids, the measuring cup, splash guard, and the varoma dish. Okay, we're going to learn about all of this because why? Your Thermomix is in fact designed to last for a very long time. But macam kereta lah, kalau you bawa kereta, you main tekan aja, you langgar bumper, you hempap dia punya pintu, you tak basuh, your car's not going to last a long time. Mahal kan kereta? Same as Thermomix. Kita sayang je. As you can see, I have this Thermomix still and you will see Pond's as well. This is TM31, yang kecil boxy ni. I still have it after 15 years. So if I want my TM6 to also last another, 15, 20 years, kita semua jaga sama-sama. All right, so we're going to take a look at the base unit and mixing bowl. So for that, we're going to look-see first before I go into boring slides. So with that, let's give a round of applause to welcome Daphne. Aki, who is on the phone. I can take over first if you want.
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Assalamualaikum. Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
Sorry, I had a call from my customer. Okay.
Always
yes.
Working. Yes.
Sorry, you have to cue me. What do I have to do?
Can. So we are. I want you to introduce the base unit and the mixing bowl and how to care for them.
All right, so welcome everyone. Sorry, I was on call just now, and that's just what a good advisor would do when the customer calls. Even though you're still on training, you just have to pick up the phone. Anyway, thank you, Fiza, for taking the lead, and alhamdulillah, so far we've got about 81. What a good number, 81. So when you receive your Thermomix and when you start doing an unboxing, which will probably be one of our other product training also, is that if your customer opens the box and says, oh my God, I don't have that basket looking thing that you showed during your lemonade demonstration, always tell them that it will be parked inside, okay? So that's just a little extra bit that I want you guys to know. So this is your mixing bowl. This is the base, and inside you have your blade. All right, hopefully I've got my setting correct. What else do you want me to do?
Please show how to disassemble the bowl. I will go into technical details.
So this is something that I've been doing, and it's quite useful, especially if you have customers who are who require it done over online, right? There is this high temperature icon over here, but I call it the Squid Game triangle, okay, just so that everyone understands. And that was happening during the MCO when Squid Game was quite big, right? So what you want to do is you've got the groove at the base of your Thermomix, and you can, it will be a bit tight, so make sure you just inform them that it is a little bit tight because your bowl is new. You want to take your 4 fingers, put it inside the groove of your base, and you want to get the buchu of your base here to go directly under the high temperature icon. All right, so that's one way of disassembling your bowl. Again, this bowl has been used daily for a very long time, so it's quite easy to do. You will have to take heed that, especially those who have just received their Thermomix, it will be a little bit keras, a little bit harder to do, but eventually when you cook more and more with it, it'll be easier, okay? Dia lagi senang, dia lagi mudah, okay? So that's how you do it. And then you can take out your blade, all right, when you're washing, and you can place it onto your base, especially when you're washing your bowl and everything, when you're giving it a good scrub. I would always put it on the base. And then another thing that I want to highlight is that you've got your 5 contact points. So always make it a point to dry your contact points before you place it back on the unit, okay, your Thermomix, all right? All right, so back to assembling it. You've got your knife, be careful, just place it into your bowl like that, okay? And then again, where the high temperature, where the triangle is, yang ada segitiga ni, okay, you get the buchu of your base, and it goes directly underneath. And you will notice sometimes when you're not used to it, assembling and disassembling, there might be a bit of a sound that comes out. All right. So when that happens, you can just twist, and be careful because the blade can come out, right? Just make sure that you've snugly hold on to your base kat bawah ni, and then just play around with the knife or the blade and just twirl it, give it a nice twirl. And then again with the groove, turn it anti-clockwise. So what we were trained to do as advisors, they'll say to open it, you can go clockwise. All right, so clockwise, and then to lock is anti-clockwise. That's another way if they are not very familiar with the they can't see for some reason, dorang tak nampak pula dia punya high temperature. But I find it easier if I'm just saying use this as an indication on where the buchu or how you have to turn it, clockwise and anti-clockwise. All right, so that is how you assemble and disassemble your bowl.
Thank you, Pon. Pon, can you disassemble and take out the mixing knife, please?
All right, here we go. One more time. And there is another way, but I'm not sure if Pizza wants us to demonstrate that now when you're actually using dough or you've got pizza inside. And ta-da!
All right. So Pon here will show how to place the mixing bowl right on the base when it's being disassembled so that that is stable. So Pon, can you take the mixing knife and show it to the friends that we have online? So ladies and gentlemen, whenever you guys are unboxing, please make sure, whenever you have a new customer, please make sure that they disassemble and assemble the bowl as one of the unboxing activities. They need to know this. And another thing that I like to highlight is when they disassemble, ask them to take out the mixing knife, examine it, okay? And I want you to also now take out the sealing ring, the green sealing ring at the bottom, atas, the sealing ring.
This
Yes,
one, sorry. Dia basah lagi because I want to make sure my bowl is
so
clean.
take it out.
That's right.
So I want you guys to also ask them and even yourself to take it out during unboxing and tell them that, hey, this particular piece can be taken out because there can be food debris stuck in between the mixing knife and the sealing ring. And take it out, wash it out, and then even when it's wet, park it back inside. All right? get them to practice this so that they know the parts of their mixing knife. And the important reason is that we don't want food debris to be stuck in between, because that can cause busuk-busuk and also friction unnecessary friction whenever you are using the Thermomix. And secondly, it's better basah than bocor. Okay, that's what I like to say. It's better for the sealing ring to be wet than you forgot to put the sealing ring. And when you place the knife back inside the mixing bowl, cue for you to put it back inside the mixing bowl. If you don't have the sealing ring, then it will bocor. Okay, better basah than bocor, not bucuk, Amy. Okay. All right. Okay, very good. So what I want Pon to demonstrate now is how to place the mixing bowl from the top onto the base unit. Okay, so let's do that. Always from the top. Perfect. And we also want to take it out from up to the top. Okay.
Sorry, I'm right-handed, but let me try.
So we would use the top part of the handle to take it out. Okay. So Pon is also demonstrating what not to do. Perfect. Give her a clap. Everyone clap, clap, clap. All right, clap over there. Okay. All right. The reason we do not want to put it from the front is because you can langgar the locking arm. Okay. You might be so careful, but we are very busy people. Oftentimes, you might terlanggar the locking arm, or you might langgar the cover plate or LCD screen. Okay. Yes, and that would cause cracks. So, however, do not be alarmed if there is any crack, because the functionality of the Thermomix is still not affected. Cuma mata memandang tu tak sedap. Okay, thank you, Pon. So let's place it back on. And lastly is the mixing bowl lid. So Pon, can you explain how to place the mixing bowl lid?
So this is the mixing bowl lid. No, the seal does not, you don't have to remove it like what we did with the green seal. If it's kuning, like what happened just now, mine yellow, no time to go and dry under the sun. It's okay, you can do that. So yeah, just give it a good clean and you just place it onto your lid just like that. And of course, we want symmetrical. I like being aligned. You can just twirl it like that. You don't have to push it down because later on the locking arms will close it nicely with the lid sensor censoring your mixing bowl lid.
Perfect. So let's now take the measuring cup and place it into the hole. Measuring cup. Perfect. Just place the lid back on, please. Banyak kunyit kau ya.
I know, I bought RM1.28 from then I made a lot blend.
Okay, let's place it into the hole using the two tongues. I call it tongues. You can call it whatever you want. With the cavity facing up, let's put it inside. All right, so it's very easy. Macam is foolproof. And I want you to pick up the lid using the measuring cup. Come, pick it up and flip it over. Pon, face the lid to the audience. All right. So everybody, you should know this by now that with the measuring cup, we don't really close 100% of the lid to allow steam to come out from the bowl, as well as to flip it the other side to allow liquid to drizzle through the top. All right. So unboxing tips. Sometimes people do not know this. So I hope now you know. All right, Pon, I take back the slides, but is there anything you want to share out? Anything else?
So when you're cooking, just now we know how to put the toppy on. If you are now removing your toppy, don't do this because the hot vapor will go to your face and we are all about safety. So do it from the side. Either way, I've seen people do this, but I feel it's very uncomfortable. I always do it from the side. Scrape whatever ingredients you need to do and then put it aside, okay? So don't do this where the steam goes to your face.
Love it.
I'm done.
That's good. Yes. Actually, I have it on my slide. Perfect that you showed it, because people often forget you need to lift the lid and flip it. Okay, don't peek. Don't pivot. Just lift and flip. All right. Any questions for Pon? You guys can go off mute juga tau. All right. Lift and flip. Unless you nak steam muka. Perfect. Okay, so now the boring stuff. alamak, how do I do this? Okay, so let's take a look at the technicalities of it. This is your cover plate, okay? Kita tak nampak tadi, but you have the lid sensor at the back, the locking arms, as well as the cover plate. Dalam dunia Thermomix ni, there is nothing else. There is no locking mechanism other than the mixing bowl as well as the locking arm. Remember that because simmering basket and butterfly whisk, they sendal sahaja. All right, it does not lock. So when we take a look at this, okay, what I want you to know that if you masak tumpah, just use a moist and clean cloth to wipe all the cover plate. Do not use anything corrosive. You do not need to scrub it. And Juan also showed how to lift the bowl, okay? But especially be careful when you're lifting hot and heavy food, okay? Because it's heavy, you can lift with two hands in as well, okay? Just be very careful. And Juan also showed how to place the lid. You do not need to push it onto the mixing bowl lid. Just place it and maybe slight twist to secure it firmly. And last but not the least, did you know this? Okay, if you notice, kalau you masak with high temperature, there is actually a cooling down time, either 8 seconds or 20 seconds, depending on the temperature. Okay, take note of this. Take note of this. Yes, it's Maya. It's not like hantu mana kan, because there might be a quiz on this. And last but not the least, locking arm is not a place to hang your kain buruk, okay, my friends? Okay, why? Sometimes we don't realize that there could be unnecessary pressure. I've seen people hang spaghetti, kain buruk, bakchang. Okay, so let's not do that sebab again, kita sayang Thermomix kita. Inside the base unit, there is a motor. We won't go deeply into this. Just important things to know when customer asks you. It is frictionless motor. It uses that particular technology. Hence, there is no fan needed to cool it. And by the way, all the heat is in fact in our mixing bowl. All the heating mechanism is there. And this might be a quiz. The speed of the motor is between 40 to 10,700 RPM. 10,700 RPM is your turbo. Speed 10 is only 10,200 RPM. Did you know that? Cool. Now you know. Okay, let's look very quickly at the touch screen. Okay, of course, we can swipe left and right to go to cookie do and automated mode. That's just like a phone. And our selected dial, okay, is an amazing little thing. All right, it is your switch on and off button. Okay, it's on and off. It is also to pause or stop the Thermomix during operations. Di tengah jalan, oh lemak, terlupa letak garam lah. You press the selected dial and it will stop or pause the operations. And last but not the least, did you know this? If you tekan the selected dial when you are on manual mode, it will toggle between the setting. You do not have to touch the touch screen to move between time, temperature, and speed. You just press the selected dial, it will pop over. When do you normally use this? Is maybe because where your jari basah, you know, when it's wet and you touch the screen, you don't want it to, you know, kotor-kotor or impact sensitivity. You use the digital, you use the selected dial. Okay, all right. I won't look at the screen right now because macam korang tengah cerita pasal tudung eh. All right. Now, the fun stuff about the mixing bowl. All right, your mixing bowl is one of the key costs to the Thermomix. All right, we love it and we know a premium mixing bowl is 1,500 ringgit. Okay, so the mixing bowl itself is of high quality stainless steel. Inside the mixing bowl at the bottom is in fact the heating system and the temperature sensor. That is where all the heating happens. It talks to the base unit using the 5 pins at the bottom. Maximum capacity is 2.2 liters. Do not fill it to the brim. Okay, do not fill it to the brim. It's only 2.2 liter capacity. And there's something called the flow breakers, and I'm going to show you what it looks like sekejap lagi. Flow breakers are the 3 indentations that is inside the bowl. And one of the indentation is what we use to sangkut our simmering basket on. But those are called the flow breakers. All right, so now you know the proper term. So we saw how Puan also showed how we can use the handle Okay, the top for handling it, and the bottom, we hold it from the bottom whenever you're showing your laminate for ergonomic pouring. Okay, and the green mechanism, the green colors is to do two things. It's our locking mechanism, and it's also to distinguish between a TM5 and a TM6 mixing bowl. All right, and now I want to show you the flow breakers. This is the function. This is a mixing knife grinding perhaps coffee, and the flow breakers, the 3 indentation, is meant to stop the flow from making everything that is inside the mixing bowl bursting out like a fountain. Okay, so some engineering genius just put those 3 little indentation, and it stops, it breaks the flow. I want you to imagine like how they put wave breaker by the beach, okay, so that it stops from wave eating the beach. So inside the Thermomix, there's a flow breaker to ensure that it doesn't squirt out like a fountain. Did you learn something new? If you learn something new, please type flow. Flow with me. Flow. Goody. Wonderful. Alright, now the mixing bowl base. Benda ni nampak macam alah base je kot. But if we don't have a strong base, our house will kaput. So does the mixing bowl. Okay, the mixing bowl base is the one that allows stability for it to torque to the base unit, and it's used to lock the mixing knife together. So tadi we saw Pon, when she disassembled the bowl, she placed the bowl without the knife onto the base. That's a best practice to make sure that kita punya bowl tu kan bila dah cabut the base macam it's not that stable. So you place it on the base, so it's more secure. A little bit of information. There are a lot of cases where the base are burnt. Okay, why does this happen? Mainly because of 2 reasons. One, when you're using the Varoma feature, there's not enough liquid. Or when you're using the high temperature function, there is somebody probably didn't follow the guidelines. So when the temperature is a little bit beyond than it should, hence the base is the one that kena makan first. Okay, it burns. So make sure that you all cook with enough liquid. Last but not the least, we talk about mixing knife. A little bit trivia, it is made of Solingen steel. And I want you to know, and it's very fun trivia that is inside the product booklet, Solingen steel is what they use to make swords. You know those Vikings, right? This kan from Germany, right? So, yelah orang Jerman buat sword lah. Okay? So, and also Solingen steel is used to make medical grade surgical instruments like the knife lah. That's why kan tajam, pisau kecil-kecil tu kan tajam. So that's our mixing knife. Okay. All right. So this should be a practice for everybody. You want to go on high speed. Okay. Do it gradually. I want you to imagine like how you're driving a car. When you want to go to 100 km per hour, you tak tekan the accelerator to the floor. It's not pedal to the floor, right? You always tekan it gradually so that your car is not shocked and surprised and trying to cough up to speed 10. Same thing with your Thermomix. To go on high speed, kita gradually turn the speed selector from 4 to 10. Okay? And try to avoid abrupt pausing when you're on high speed. Macam tekan brake on the car yang laju. Kalau tak pakai seatbelt, kiok lah kan? So be careful with that. There is a lifespan information suggestion inside the instruction manual, but majority of the customers so far does indicate that between 3 to 3.5 years, they do need to change the mixing knife. So if your mixing knife, the bottom green part, yang as you can see where I'm pointing at the moment, if this is broken atau haus, you cannot replace this. You need to replace the entire knife. Okay, there is no spare part for the bottom part. This bottom green part don't have. The sealing ring that I asked one to take out just now, yes, they sell that separately. But when the green part bottom ni haus, you have to ganti the whole thing. Okay, so sometimes you would notice your knife is black or brown. pelik color already. That's because it has slight tarnishing, which is caused from acidic food that is that you masak lah. I think this is quite normal, but if you want to make it shine again, there are some products that people use out there. And always clean and dry. That's why you have to learn how to disassemble so that you can clean in between the blades. All right. Oh, ada lagi lah. Mixing bowl lid as well as measuring cup. We already saw just now. But did you know that the measuring cup is in fact made of sound dampening material? So between TM5, zaman dulu, the measuring cup was actually plastic. They made it into this high quality material, which is definitely, not to say soundproof, but sound dampening lah. Okay. All right. Okay, so when used together, maybe some of you know this already. You can actually use the lid and the cup to separate egg white and egg yolk for your baking. See, you crack the egg on top and let the egg white drizzle to the bottom. So make sure you put a bowl at the bottom. Alrighty, please use apa ni, the original accessory. If not, it will void warranty. I think a lot of you know this already lah. Just a quick reminder. There are a lot of videos available online, so you can just view all of that. Just like the video Mak Buyong in the beginning just now. So how to take care of your mixing knife, mixing bowl, and cover plate, as well as unboxing the Thermomix. Okay, I'm just gonna check the chat and the time. What's the time? Can't see the time. Maya, what's the time? What's the time, guys?
Check 9:36.
Oh, shoot. Okay. All right.
Good.
Allow me another 10 minutes lah. 10 minutes. Is that okay? Okay lah. Okay lah. It's not like you have a choice. Okay. Okay. If it's a cookie dough recipe, do you still have to gradually turn the speed from 4 to 10, or does it do it automatically for you? So Emma, that's a very good question. Majority of the time, if it's at a high speed, it does say to gradually, but I do know that a lot of recipes do not. So I would still recommend for you to go from 4 to 10. However, one other important note is that you don't go 4 to 10 like Fiza say, 4 to 10 gradually. But gradually doesn't mean like slow to agak-agak, you know. Gradually means gradually and consistently at an appropriate pace. Jangan like pusing, gone already your 10 seconds. Because you know in 2 seconds turbo, the sugar is gone already. So Emma, that's a good question. Now you know how to use it manually. If cookie dough doesn't say to go gradually, you know you should already, because you want to take care of your Thermomix longer. I will tell you later which mode does it for you. Okay, Abby, I already answered your question. And the rest, I think, thanks Ezrin for helping out. Okay, let's go on. Okay, guys, so Thermomix offers 3 cooking methods: guided cooking, manual, and automated feature modes. Okay, basically, cooking involves 3 things: time, berapa lama masak; temperature, how hot do I need to turn on the fire; and speed, do I simmer, do I kacau, do I whisk it while I'm cooking it, you know, like hollandaise sauce. All right, so that is time, temperature, and speed. So the three methods is guided cooking, which is cookie dough. So it has been preset for you. Manual cooking, you have to manually set. And last but not the least is automated feature modes, where some are preset. So we're going to dive into automated feature modes because there are a lot of it. Okay, there are a lot of it. And although I say let's see, because of time, we're just going to go ahead because there's only 3 slides. Okay, we're going to do the 3 modes, the fast modes, everything that has got to do with blending. So with turbo, you're going to do turbo, chop, and blend. Okay, guys, turbo is fun. What can you do? Your sambal belacan. You can cut up your chili kering, okay, to make either chili flakes or chili bowl. And did you know that you can also use turbo to sieve your flour before you make cakes? Okay, so those are the 3 usage, and there are a lot more. Of course, we use it for lemonades. But let's take a look at the technicalities. Okay, so what is turbo mode? It is operating the blade at maximum speed of 10,700 RPM, but with short bursts. Just short bursts. You can set between 0.5 to 2 seconds. And yes, it is so laju. Whenever I'm unboxing, when I ask my customers to turn the speed, I always ask them, can you turn to 4 seconds? And then they turn. Pizza, cannot lah, 4 seconds, cannot. Oh no, my Thermomix rosak ke? Then I kiki gelak. No, actually the maximum is actually 2 seconds. Why I find this amusing is because my TM31 does not have a time limit for turbo. Okay, so this is for your safety. Make sure that your measuring cup is on, and it is recommended to hold the measuring cup when the turbo is being operated. Okay, turbo is meant to chop ingredients into smaller pieces without over processing or turning it into mush. So when you do the lemonade, you use the turbo mode, the lemons still look like lemon. Okay, so that's its main usage. And also we use it sekejap whenever we want to make the ice cream during demos. We just chop our bananas and dragon fruit for a while, and then it is easier to blend. That's what we use turbo mode. And it can only be used when the temperature is below 60 degrees Celsius. You can try it out. You can try lepas you masak and then you try when it's turbo. Thermomix will not allow you to do so. And turbo mode is the only one that will auto lock once we pitch it turbo, and it will only unlock when you pitch it again turbo mode or you tap home icon. Again, this is safety mechanism, and you can repeat this often with your customers to bring it home. Okay, and last but not least, if we want to blend or grind, do not use the turbo mode multiple times. Instead, you can use the chop or blend mode, or you use the manual mode, but set it for longer time at higher speed. Okay, so for example, whenever you blend it, you use the turbo mode to mill the rock sugar. 2 seconds twice. Okay, but what you can in fact do to jaga your blade is to set it to 10 seconds and speed 10. Okay, that's another option. That's turbo mode. Next one is chop mode. So chop is all of these wonderful things, either to chop coarsely or finely, depending on the volume as well as the ingredient itself. Okay, so I want to show you something that not a lot of people know, which is right over here. Okay, not the mak buyong, but there are a lot of these videos that you can watch on YouTube. Okay, so we're going to watch very quickly. Itu dia. So did you guys know that you can actually watch all of these videos of different modes? Okay. Another thing is, let me show you. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. What I want you guys to also know that you can search for information inside Cookie Do itself about turbo mode, about a lot of other things that not a lot of people know. So if you just browse and read, check it out. You can learn about egg boiler mode within Cookie Do itself. All right. So it's not just training slides. It's not just YouTube, but a lot more. All right. So that's the chop tool. It's very easy to use. Please try to use it. But basically, all you got to do is select the mode, select the category and the ingredient. It will give you the suggested setting for the volume that you want to use. And then just turn the selector down and that's it. Now, last is my favorite. Because I'm so lazy, I use the blend mode a lot. Either to make soup or smoothies and macam-macam lagi lah. But what is the blend mode and how is it different? Okay, so blend mode. Of course, temperature is 0 lah. There's no temperature for blending. But for the time, whenever you select the blend mode, the preset time is 30 seconds. 30. But you can adjust it between 10 saat, 10 seconds to 5 minutes. Okay? And the target speed that you can select is between speed 6 to 8. That's the blend speed. Okay, before blend is chop and after blend is milling and grinding. Lagi laju lah. So blend ni, like when you want to blend your paste, your chili, your bawang. Okay, speed 6 and speed 6 to 8 is what you normally use. But what's cool about the blend mode is that this will help you to gradually increase to a higher speed just by activating the blend mode. It will start at speed 5 and then it will go all the way up to your target speed without you having to do anything. So that's what I really love about blend mode. I don't have to think, meaning that it is safe for me to especially blend hot food. I didn't put it here, but it is going to be in the quiz. For blending hot food, it is recommended to only do about 800 grams. Okay, 800 grams. Okay, dokie. That is all. That is all. And what I want you guys to do now, before you leave, is answer the quiz. It's just five questions. And before you do that, again, just download the training booklet. Okay, because all of these good information is there. I did add a lot more information that I personally know of and I suka membaca. And yeah, just answer that. Let's do the quiz first. Okay, let's quickly do this quiz because it's only 5 questions. All right, so I'm just gonna share you guys the quiz. It's on the chat. Just click the link. You can leave the Zoom sekejap. Just click the link. All right. So this is the quiz. I want to see who has answered it. Ada pula orang something. Wow. Hemi, you memang daripada dulu my number 1 student lah. Tiga lah you. Tak reti nak padam. There. Clear audience. Cool. All right, 2 people. You love me. That's so sweet. Okay, I was sorok lah the answer. I was sorok lah. Okay, for all the correct and incorrect answers, there will be some some feedback right then. The quiz tak ada hadiah ya korang. You guys are just doing it for the sake of seeing where you are, how you are doing, and things like that. So what are the questions? I will not show you guys what are the questions. I can. Okay. 22. I will start when we have about 30. Yay, semua betul. Please do not be discouraged kalau ada yang tak betul. Because for me personally, I learn a lot when I make a lot of mistakes. And I do make a lot of mistakes. All right, I do want to see which questions orang frequently miss, which is how long is the cooling down process? 13. Half of you guys are not getting that right. Okay. All right, don't worry. Very good. Very good. 38. Cepat kan? Learning is always ongoing. Perfect. Okay. All right. So just do that. Thank you so much, guys. And last but not the least, can you guys put in the chat? Tak ada poll, just put in the chat. How would you rate our training tonight? Kasihlah between 1 to 5. And be honest, and just, if you don't want to put rating, just type what you like about it. Yang nak kasih 6 star tu bodeh. Arnab. Alright. Ala, too kind. You're too kind. Okay, if you do guys, tengoklah English aku. If you do attend or listen to the recording by Professor Kat, you will also learn a lot more. And do download the product booklet. It's only for advisors, so please do not share this with your customers. My last question is, answer yes or no. I don't have a slide for this, meaning that I will just close. So please answer yes or no in the chat whether we should open this kind of learning nuggets to our customers. Yes or no, open to customers. And when we open to the customers, which I didn't tell you guys, those who answer yes, you must do it with us. Oh. All right. Okay. All right. You think first, Husna. Okay. Okay then. I think on behalf of Ezrin and Daphne, thank you so much to, I think more than 100 joined, some had to leave. Daph, do you have anything that you want to say?
So far, so good. But yes, do give us your honest feedback. Again, we're doing this as a pilot, and inshallah, we'll be opening this up for our customers. I've got a lot of customers asking, can I come in? Can I come in? But this was also a way for us to encourage them to join the members discount program. So let us know what you think. If you can't speak to Fiza or myself, just reach out to your team managers or the advisor who recruited you, or to Ezrin also, okay? Because yeah, if not the Ezrin, myself, Fiza or Katini, then to your advisor, your partner. All right.
Okay. Az, anything you want to add, Az?
Just want to say thank you to both of you, and thanks everyone for joining. Appreciate it.
Truly, truly. Okay, so with that, I'll give you guys time back. Apologies for going beyond. I really like to talk. So have a good night, everyone. And we'll see you guys again in a month for the next product training. Bye, good night.